Hello and welcome to the heliosblog. Whether you're chilling on your couch or in your coffin, don't forget to tune in to us to keep you company. Today, we have Matthew Hussey talking about how to get over your ex that you're obsessed with. Of course, it's ridiculous. It doesn't stop people. Let's get into it.
The reason she's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
About. Julia says, how to forgive and let go after a painful breakup. After a rather ugly end to a 15-year relationship with 2 great kids, I'm wondering how to let go of resentment and anger. Ultimately, I know I have to forgive, to let go of those wishes of revenge and the ugly thoughts that come with the fact of being hurt.
99% of the time, well, that's not accurate. It's actually 80. More than 80% of the time, women initiate breakups and divorce. So, how about you don't break up your family and then you won't have to deal with these feelings?
But in this stage, only to hear that the best thing would be to wish him well just provokes a knot in my belly.
Yeah, because you want to win the relationship. You destroyed it and now you want to win.
To make small practical steps towards letting this go. How to stop confusing between forgiving, accepting what they did, and being okay with what they did. Thank you so much for this question, Julia. Look, I don't think that it's fair for anyone to suggest to you, especially it sounds like this person has really hurt you and done some things that have given you reason to be angry. I don't think it's fair for someone to take the position of telling you you should wish him the best. Who knows?
I'm Matthew Hussey. I'm always on women's side. So I'll never tell you that you should wish the person that you have 2 children with and who you had a relationship with for presumably more than 10 years, that you should wish them well. No, I'm on your side. Hate them, destroy them, attack them, win the relationship. That's more important. Being the winner is more important than your children's lives. It's more important than your spouse's life. No, you're the most important. You go, queen. Matthew, what are you doing?
Maybe you'll arrive there one day. I don't think today has to be that day. I think today is a day where you have to say to yourself, my responsibility is not to him in wishing him the best. My responsibility is, after all the hurt that I have been through, to give myself the best.
Exactly. After all the hurt that I've been through, me needs to have the best. I don't care about anyone else but myself. Me. It's advice like this that makes Western society crumble. Teaching women to be even more selfish than they tend to be is not going to make things better. It's going to make things worse, Matthew.
You know, I had years with that person where I perhaps endured more pain than I should have, where I suffered more than anyone should suffer in a relationship, and in the pain of the exit from that relationship.
How to make money on the internet. Just tell women what they want to hear, right? Nothing you did was wrong. You didn't do anything bad. You were perfect. It was all their fault. No, you are an angel.
And all of the ugliness there. I have been through so much. I deserve some happiness.
I deserve, I want. If you have 2 kids, your life isn't about you anymore entirely. It's about you and your children. And sometimes you have to make decisions for those children. Not I, me, narcissistic garbage.
I deserve some.
But you know, the millions of women that watch Matthew Hussey You know, they want to hear, you're the most important. It's all about you. You deserve, you need, you should get. And of course, what does that do? What it does, it ruins women, because they think, 14-year-old girl hears this. She's like, yeah, I'm the most important. Nothing matters more than me. And she takes that into her relationship and destroys not only herself, but everyone she ever interacts with. And it's because of the road to hell being paved with good intentions, as it were.
In peace. I deserve a rest. I deserve some fun. What are the things that after all this pain, all of this ugliness, what are the things that you right now deserve to have?
I need, I deserve. It's all about me.
That becomes the reason, that becomes the motivation for not living in a place where you're thinking about this person all the time. I'm not saying you should
Retract into yourself and become a narcissistic solo person. Yes, that is the advice. Great job. That's how you get over a relationship. Yes, perfect, Matthew. Wonderful job. No, even better. Go straight out of this to quote unquote having fun. Sleep around with 20 men in 3 weeks. Get waste. Go to parties, because you haven't been to parties in like 20 years. Go there. Go have fun. Go live your best life. Yes, that's wonderful advice, Matthew. Great job.
shouldn't be angry. Be angry. Be angry. Feel angry. Feel what you feel. You don't have to deny your anger.
Yeah, and lash out and attack your previous family. Attack them. Hurt your children. Use your children against your partner. It's all about you. Nothing else matters.
You don't have to deny. One of the big problems we all have is that we're not good at expressing our feelings about these things. We're good at complaining about what someone did, but expressing the feeling of, I feel so angry. I feel so hurt. I feel so betrayed. I feel so disappointed that what the relationship I thought I was in is not the relationship I had, or that the dream I had of where my life would be did not materialize. I'm so fucking disappointed by life in that way. I'm so disappointed by this person. I'm so deeply angry at this person for how they treated me or for what they made me feel. I'm so deeply hurt for myself that I had to go through that. There's nothing wrong with expressing those things.
Again, like feelings, narcissistic, solo me thinking. Where is the practical look after your children, don't break up your marriage advice? Where is that? I had 2 children with him, and now I'm over it. Oh, he cheated. It must be only his and nobody else's fault at all. You didn't gain weight. You didn't neglect him at all. You weren't disrespectful and so on. No. Only he did something wrong. Only I matter. How ridiculous is that?
And the more we can just express, not in terms of complaining about someone, and
women never do that.
You'll never guess what he did after that. And then after all that, he did this. That is complaining about someone and keeping it alive, right? There's an unproductive way to keep stoking these same vicious memories we have. If instead we just actually acknowledge our feelings, not what they did, but what do we feel as a result? And we do that in some doses where we use that to express and then to heal having expressed, like crying, you know, that feeling of cry. Pete Holmes said, you know, crying's like throwing up. It doesn't feel good when you do it, but afterwards you feel better. That's what expressing feelings is like. We express so that we can feel better. So don't deny yourself those feelings. What you say has almost the tenor of someone who is not, you're almost angry and resentful because you're being told not to feel your feelings. You're being told to just, you know, kind of keep going and wish him the best and keep moving forward. And that part of you that is mad and upset and disappointed and frustrated feels...
Yeah, and again, even that advice of just wish him the best and move on is terrible too. The advice should be, you chose to give the greatest honor a woman can possibly give a man, which is children, with a guy that you then break up with. Think about the people that didn't choose to be born as a result of your actions. Yeah, their lives are ruined now. Congratulations. Because what is the worst outcome for children? The worst outcome is not having a father in the house. And if the children went to the father, well, what's wrong with her? Because like 90% plus of children go with the woman and not the man after divorce for their long-term living situation. So what was she doing that broke up this relationship? Was it using illicit substances? Was it being put in a metal box because of something she did? Who knows? We don't have the full story. And Matthew's just going like, oh, yeah, it's all about you. You deserve some goodness in your life. You deserve to have fun. You deserve to be treated well. Not a single ounce of accountability, responsibility is being put on women, despite Matthew's channel being a primarily woman helping channel. I mean, it's supposed to be, but what it actually is telling girls, you've done nothing wrong, girl, you're all good, it's all okay, just care about your feelings and everything will be fine. Yeah. Ridiculous.
So overlooked by that response to it, feels so invalidated by that response to it. So he just gets to go off and be fine. And I'm supposed to just go, okay, wish him the best, keep going, keep moving forward. That there's a part of you inside that of course is going to deeply resent that. So allow yourself to feel it. And then in the moments where you're not feeling that, allow space for a different feeling. And the other feeling is the one where you say, I deserve, after everything I've been through, a good life. Whatever that means to me today. It may not mean the same things it meant to me 10 years ago. Maybe I was hanging on to that relationship because I was hanging on to an attraction I had or a fear that I would never be okay alone. And, now in my life, what I value is peace. Now in my life, what I value is stability. Now what I value is just my great friendships, or my relationship with my kids and the way I'm watching them grow, or the way that I'm experiencing new things in this period of my life and having adventures and doing the living that I didn't do then. Something else, you can value something else now, and tell yourself, I deserve to feel good. I deserve to have a good life, and I'm not going to have a good life if I give more airtime to someone who's already had more than enough airtime in my life. Because at a certain point, what we
guys, I'm not joking. This is so stupid and annoying. I've literally tuned out. I haven't heard the last thing that he's said for the last 2 minutes. He's just droning on about garbage. Just, I don't know, for the sake of filling airtime, I guess, for the sake of making a video. I don't even know. This is... Who does he think he's fooling with this? Because he's not fooling me. And anyone with two brain cells to rub together knows that Matthew's, He's off his rocker. The advice is terrible. I'm literally falling asleep trying to listen to this guy. Disaster.
Realizes I could spend my whole life rehashing what this person has done to me, and all it does is rob the good time I have.
Right, it's all about the good time. Why would your brain tell you that what you did is wrong? Your children are floating in the wind. Your previous, your husband that's been gone for 10, that you were with for 10 years, he's sleeping with another woman, and you're, alone. Why would your brain possibly tell you that something is wrong? Nothing's wrong. You're doing all the right things. You're on the moral high ground, girl X that broke up yet another relationship. You go, queen. Like, how is this the mainstream advice being given to girls? How could this possibly have a good result? It's not going to have a good result. It's going to have a terrible result.
It allows the bad time to rob the good time. And you don't owe him.
Yeah, it's all about the good time, guys. All about the good time. You don't owe him anything. He paid your bills for 10 years. He took care of your children. He's literally the reason you even have children. You even have a genetic legacy. But no, you don't owe him anything. He's trash. We grew apart. He's not like the attractive airbrushed guys I see on television. So let's throw him in the trash. We don't owe him anything. He's garbage. He doesn't look like a 6'6" NFL player. Oh, then he's not good enough. Meanwhile, she's a land whale eating chips every day.
Anything. But you do owe yourself the good time.
Yourself.
So that's how we start to move on, is we just say, I'm not giving this person the airtime in my mind. I'm not giving them the bandwidth.
Yeah. Okay. Men, if you're in a relationship with a girl that's this about herself, she's not a girlfriend, she's not a wife. Just keep that in mind, guys.
Because my future is about me. I am the star of the
Me. I'm the star. It's all about me. Me. Why don't you take care of me? Why don't you impress me? Why don't you do things for me? Why am I not the star of the show? Why? And then they wonder, why did the relationship end? Why did he cheat on me? Why, why did he not care about me? Why did he start to drift away? Why did he, why did he go to greener pastures? Why did he stop sleeping with me the way that he did before? Why did he stop caring about me? Well, perhaps the reason is that you only cared about yourself. And if you only care about yourself, how are you possibly going to have a future with another person? It's not just about you. But Matthew's like, oh, it's all about you. It's all, you deserve the good time. Take care of yourself and all that. Disaster.
Show, and by continuing to think about this person all the time, I'm making them the star of my show, and they've already had enough of my time. They don't get any more.
Yeah, okay.
asked over the last 15 years are about very practical dating issues. What do I do in this situation with a person? How do I deal with this stage of early dating? What do I say when someone says or does this? And you know, if you've been following me for a long time.
Okay.
This is where it gets really, like, it's complicated, but it's not complicated. And that's really what I wanted to talk to you about, is that
Great hair,
the
great
phrase,
hair. Great hair.
he's just not that into you. When that phrase came out, me and my husband had this big, massive
You're married? Okay.
debate about that phrase. Because he was like, yes, like if you're wondering why he's not making a move, he's just not that into you. It's as simple as.
So for women, a lot of women, they wonder, why is this, like, why are men not interested in me? Meanwhile, they have, 1,000 messages on Instagram, 1,000 messages on Tinder, and so on. But the man that they want doesn't want them, and so they're complaining. But the truth is this. Women get rejected silently. Men get rejected loudly. So if the men that you want don't want you, it means you're undesirable to them. Look, man, how many red flags can one girl have? Look at the hair. Look at her ear. Yeah, she's probably got like 20 tattoos too, just hidden.
And what I came back as like, but sometimes you say it's as simple as, and other times it's not, because you're giving me signals. You're telling me you want to be with me. Sometimes you are, but then you disappear again. Mm-hmm. And so it seems like...
She sounds like she's speaking from experience.
It's very messy. It's very intertwined with messaging and signals on both sides. I'm not actually saying just for men. It's also the women, I'm sure.
Yep, because it's all about egalitarian equalist.
So how do we know when something isn't that complicated and it is exactly how they say? And other times it's actually way more complicated and there's this whole underlying message that...
Great outfit, by the way. Look at this. No dress, with a tank top, with this hair and like sports shoes. Great outfit. Great outfit choice. This is extremely feminine. Extremely feminine. Great choice.
That maybe we're trying to read into or want to read into. How do we decipher those things?
Life can be complicated.
Okay, let's see how Matthew speaks womanese.
And sometimes people will come up with all sorts of logical reasons why they can't invest right now, why they need to take a break, why they, whatever logistical difficulties there are in the two of you being together, you're far apart, that person runs their own business and they haven't got much time, whatever it may be. They may be giving you logically sound reasons as to why they're not able to
Yeah, the real reason is they just don't want to. If you wanted to, you'd do it.
Give you what you want, or why they would be doing this, and then what happens is people get entangled in all of that logic. And I think the way to simplify that and make it uncomplicated is simply to say, whether or not this logic is true is not for me to figure out. So many women take on the problem. You tell me it can't work out because of these reasons, and I see a problem to solve. So they'll go, so you're saying that...
Oh my God. Okay, wait.
Saying that we can't be together.
Wait.
Together because you're really busy with work. Well, listen, I could do this and you could do that, and I see a problem to solve.
All right, we're just going to pause on this frame here. Tell me, is there...
So they'll go...
Is there something wrong here? You tell me. We're just pausing here. Okay. So guys, just... Need I say more? And these are supposedly, the people that women should be looking up to, following, acting like. Yep, nothing wrong here. Nothing wrong here.
we can, like, they start trying to solve the problem. And part of that is because they've created an expectation in their mind for what this could be, right? We have a story. Story is very dangerous, right? Because instead of watching in a relationship or dating scenario, instead of watching a story unfold, we've created the story before it's happened.
Yep, nothing wrong here.
People do this
No,
before.
no, this is... nothing's wrong, guys. So there's no emotional damage. There's no 1,000-yard stare. Nothing like that. It's all fine, guys. But listen to this lady's advice. I'm sure everything will work out for you. I'm sure it'll be great.
They even get on a first date, right? You
and her sympathizer, Matthew Hussey.
See someone asks you out, you start talking to someone, and then you look them up on Instagram, and oh wow, oh they're really cool, oh they're impressive, oh they seem nice too, oh they have family and they're close to those people, and like they have a good life, and wow, this is exactly the kind of person I want. I think me and this person could really have some. You haven't even been on a date with them yet, right? So now what happens is our mind takes the 5% of what we know and uses it to build a story for the next.
Yeah, okay, I'm done, guys. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit all notifications, drop me a donation like Hunter Ram, Adrian Automa, and Bobby. Shout out to you, most recent Patreon subscriber. Buy my books at bit.ly/heliosblog. Shout out to Curry Kid, most recent purchase of Strategist Guide to Seduction. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening, especially if you listen to the end. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.